Alright, hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. We had a rant today. So, yeah, this will probably be the last time you'll hear me mention Gothos25 for quite a while, just because, like I said in one of my other videos, I don't want to like beat a dead horse. I've made my opinions of them very clear, but their two recent paid mods just kind of has me. Yeah, it just rubs me the wrong way, which is weird because it already rubbed me the wrong way. So, as always, guys, this is obviously going to be a bit of a rant. Now, whether or not I, go crazy on it, we shall see. I don't have anything against Gothos25. Like, I'm not trying to bring hatred to them as a person, but I don't condone or agree with their method of making paid mods. And yeah, so just let's. Now that that's out of the way, so recently we've covered big boy Gothos before. I don't know if they're a boy or a girl. We have looked at Cosmic Scalar, a mod that honestly overpaid and quite shit. But yeah, I've done a video on it. We looked at Apex Terramorph Overhaul, a mod that would have been kind of cool if it didn't crash your Xbox and cost 500 credits. Now, I went back to test it recently, and it seems like they might have fixed the crashing. I tried to see if I could simulate crashing, and I couldn't. Now, when I went to look, there was no update. Like, there was no, actual, patch. Like, it's on the same version, so I don't know if maybe they did patch it or yeah. And we checked out special attribute points again. Another video, and then Skills the Scoundrel. Honestly, it seems like Gothos is just trying to throw shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. He's gone from making a paid mod that is already kind of done for free and done better, to overhauling the Terramorph, which there's probably a mod for that, to trying to implement Fallout-based abilities and stuff with special attribute and Skills of the Scoundrel. Now, I will say, Skills of the Scoundrel, probably his better paid mod in my opinion. It's expensive. It's 500 credits, and I think, I would say he clearly knows how to reduce the price. So recently he brought out two mods. He brought out Sanctuary Spaceship Overhaul, which we'll talk about in a second, and then he brought out a Bedlam dungeon randomizer. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, Gothos is actually the original creator of Bedlam, right? For some reason, they have a different account. Like, if I go up and search, let me search Bedlam. B-E-D-L-A-M. Alright, so there's Bedlam Dungeon Randomizer by AGD25. And then we've got the achievement-friendly version by Gothos. Now, first and foremost, I don't know why the mod author decided to make a new account for paid mods. To be honest, I think that it's something that Bethesda shouldn't really allow, unless there's very specific reasons behind it, because initially it just kind of came across like Gothos didn't want to damage his reputation, because he did. Let me search again. Hold on now. Let me search Bedlam again. Bedlam. So yeah, so on the Bedlam account, he made a lot of, oh my god, he made easier shipbuilding. Well, I'm not using that mod anymore. So he made some, I would say, some decent free mods. Burn Your Bridges, Bedlam, Ascension, Gameplay Overhaul, Apotheos, Desolation. And then for whatever reason, he was like, I want money. Which, to be honest, there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting to make money. That's how the world works. But so he made a new account, and Gothos, and he decided to pump out questionable slop. Now, one of the things I always said was, if he wanted to make money, why did he not just make an achievement-friendly version of Bedlam to begin with? Because Bedlam is a very well-done, highly liked mod. And realistically, he probably would have made more money if he had just achievement-friendly Bedlam instead of attempting this slop. The fuck is this? Oh god, it's 125. Fuck me, please don't tell me, people. yeah, so he decides to bring it in, but first thing he does is on a different account, which again, like, isn't like, I don't know, yeah. And he also makes it 300 credits instead of like achievement friendly mods. There's no requirement of it, you know, being a specific price, but generally speaking, an achievement friendly mod is because technically all paid mods can be achievement friendly, but whenever we use the term achievement friendly, we're referring to a mod where the mod author has made their free mod achievement friendly at the lowest cost, which is 100 credits. Gothos decided against that. Yeah. And that's all, yeah. Now, he also brought out a mod recently, today, called Sanctuary Spaceship Overhaul, which does a couple of things. It requires your crew, it changes how your crew work. Passenger slots are needed by your crew. Generic crew are more powerful. Ship command, cargo habs, now increased cargo. Infirmary, science lab, particle weapons, blah, 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 blah. So, 500 credits for, like, mods that people have done for free already. Like, I know there's mods that balance. There's a lot of mods, a lot of free mods at the cargo habs that have extra cargo capacity. There is mods that make it so that you can use the science lab and stuff. Particle weapons being, like, to be honest, I kind of agree with him on this. I think particle weapons are really overpowered. But again, there's better mods that do it for free. Purchasing habs, now all major cities sell all ship parts. You've just incorporated your, you know, buy thingy mod, better shipbuilding. Ship command, it now gives 5 to 20 crew, depending on, again, there's, yeah, like, how somebody can go from making Bedlam, which honestly is very impressive, to doing such questionable dog shit. Like, and I mean fucking dog shit. Like I said, like, Cosmic Scalar dog shit. Like, it scales creatures and NPCs, and we know what I think about it scaling NPCs. Not a huge fan of it because of, yeah. But when it scales them, it doesn't take into account that, one, they're larger, which or smaller, which means they're going to move differently. Two, when they die, they're going to stretch back to their normal size. And three, it's just, yeah, it's just done very poorly. That's probably not a 3. And again, Apex Terramorph, it was the same thing. It's like, cool, you added Starborn abilities to Terramorphs. If it was balanced properly, I would say it's easily worth 200 credits because it makes the Terramorph more fun. But it wasn't balanced properly, and you tried to charge a fucking $5. Like, my guy, there's easier ways to fucking make money than trying to scam your fan base. Like, this is the, you will rarely ever hear me ask this or utter this, but if you watch my content, please do not endorse Gothos or any of Gothos' stuff. I removed Gothos' mod because he can get fucked on his other account, AGD, his better shipping. I will never touch or buy any more of his mods unless the purpose of reviewing them. Yeah, it's just scumbaggery. The special attribute, again, like these two, you're basically like, oh, let's add some stuff in from previous Bethesda games, mainly Fallout. Didn't mind this one. If you had sold it for like 100 credits, 200 credits, and maybe made the description a little better. Did you fix the description? No, you didn't. You didn't fix the description, which explains that you need to have specific levels on certain items. Good job. 10 out of 10. Also, he randomly decided to do a take your time patch at Hell's Gate. It's a weird one. But yeah, it's just, like, ultimately, the thing with this, right, is it goes back to Bethesda. Bethesda, why are you allowing people to do this? Like, we're lacking the content. People are saying Starfield's dying. I don't like to admit it because I feel like saying the words aloud hurts me internally as opposed to externally. How would you hurt yourself externally? But, like, is she not doing good, boss? Like, she's, yeah, she's doing as we do like to say in Ireland, she's sucking diesel now. She's doing the very, she's pissing diesel at this point. She's pissing everything under the sun. And you have these mod authors that are bringing down the idea of paid mods, which I believe paid mods, when incorporated well, do a good job. But yeah, like this one, like, is quite egregious in its own right, because like it's basically just like an overhaul. It's like, all right, let me look at free mods. Okay, somebody made it so passenger slots are different. Somebody changed the crew requirements. Okay, somebody also made it so habs now have cargo capacity. Oh, somebody made it so, okay, I'm gonna make a mod including, like, I feel like, you see, this is where it gets kind of tricky with like paid mods and free mods, right? Because I did some digging, and by digging I annoyed Ghost in a stream, and obviously it's all pure speculation on my point, because like I get information from mod authors, verified creators like Ghost, but they only tell me, Ghost from Xenomaster, awesome mod author, and like obviously I only know what they can tell me because NDA and stuff, but it seems like paid mods, while being owned by the player or by the creator, there's nothing stopping you from ripping off someone's paid mod or free mod, because you have this person doing this here. And like it's a tricky position, because when it comes to mods, and free mods specifically, like paid mods, you look at Fleet Commander, for instance, Coridix mod that was awesome, allows the ability to make ship fleets. And then you've Watchtower, which implements it too in a kind of a slightly different way, but it still implements it. So it's clear that that's fair game. And in some instances, I think it should be okay, but in instances where like mod authors like this, like I imagine they just scroll like what the kind of the top free mods are this month. Let me put them in a paid mod, and that's probably, I would like to think that's probably not what they're doing. But yeah, it's just very egregious, and it's just a shit show, to be honest. Like, do you have no integrity? Do you have no spine, Gothos? Why are you trying to rip people off by charging astronomical price for stuff that's either decent but overpriced, or just downright stupid? Like, I think we as Starfield is in a weird position, because it's like kind of on a bit of life support. And paid mods are kind of like the equivalent of with 76. You have the Atom Store, which kind of kept it afloat. Paid mods are kind of keeping Starfield afloat because they're giving money. Bethesda get a cut of the money, and I'm pretty sure it's a substantial cut, potentially 50%. So Bethesda are making bank off all this, and there's a part of me that's like, okay, they're making bank. That's probably why they don't want to get involved too much, because they don't want to mess with the revenue stream. But at the same time, you're just damaging your image. Like, Starfield is already known as that like dead game that's like kind of half empty, missing a lot of features, with a really awesome shipbuilder with no ship parts. But now it's like the supposedly dead game that's being kept on life support by paid mods, some of which are very dodgy, questionable shit. Some are really awesome. The majority are just kind of somewhere in the middle. It's just, yeah, it's like, why, Bethesda, why do you want to, and I know I'm swapping to Bethesda, why do you degrade your image, Like, you did a good job of bringing 76 to a standard that I feel like is Bethesda level. And look, Starfield, obviously, like, it has its own fan base. Like, a lot of the core Bethesda fans aren't a fan of it, even though a lot of people call it Skyrim in space. But yeah, it just seems weird, to be honest with you. Like, it seems extremely weird. Like, I know that we've had no content for a while, and hopefully we're getting content. Hopefully we're getting content this year at some point. And I feel like Bethesda adding content to the game and consistently dropping content, that in itself could stem a lot of the questionable paid mods, because I feel like people look every week, every Tuesday, to see what's coming out. Let me buy some stuff. Because the other thing is, because it's a paid mod, I feel like a lot of people assume that it has the Bethesda sticker of approval because it's a paid mod and they have to jump through hoops. I don't really think they jump through any fucking hoops, to be honest with you. Like, as you've seen if you've watched my content, I reviewed a lot of broken paid mods, and I'm like, QA, do you understand how to QA? Like, at this rate, Bethesda, maybe pay me. You know, send me some free fucking Bethesda books. I'll review your mods and I'll let you know what's fucked with it, as long as I also am allowed to make a video about it after the fact. Because it's very clear that your QA is not, which is ironic because, like, you're clearly making money, you know? Sorry, I went to salvate my lips. I meant to lick my lips so that I wasn't was talking too much and I made weird noises. But yeah, it's just like, it's clearly like the paid mods section is clearly working. Because people are buying them regardless of whether they're good or not. So clearly there's money to be made. Now, I know Bethesda are business, and generally businesses don't want to spend money to make money necessarily. You know, they're not like fucking, I don't know who would do that, but maybe pay for like a better QA system. Like, because the QA is understaffed, judging by the fact that sometimes things, a lot of times things will skip through the cracks, or rather the massive void. And then, like, the update time for paid mods to get updated, like, it's the turnaround time is a week usually. That's not what you want to hear, you know? And I know that's not necessarily all down to Bethesda, because I'm assuming there's a Microsoft point of that. Xbox have always been very, not slow, but usually with patches and stuff, when patches are sent to Bethesda or to Xbox, it takes about a week for the patch to go live. I don't know if there's any correlation between that. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, like, all in all, it's just, like, paid mods in general, like, I think that, and I've said this a dozen times, but when done right, paid mods could be the next kind of new way to monetize the game. As long as, one, they're done in a fair way where it's made by mod authors that either are passionate and know what they're doing and qualified, you know, and two, they have to be kind of done alongside actual vanilla content so that the mod authors themselves know what they're getting. You know, it's like, okay, like, because I feel like there's very few mod authors out there that are actually trying to make content to line in with Bethesda's stuff. Like, we've seen very few storylines, quests about Starborn. The paid mod quests, people have made their own stories and stuff. We got a really cool free quest, the Lazarus Project, really cool. They should definitely make an achievement-friendly version of that, because that's very good. But yeah, it's like, you know, can you blame mod authors when they're like, oh, I don't know what Bethesda's doing, I'm gonna do my own shit? Because, like, I think with modding, like, ultimately with free modding, you can do whatever. If you want to add Thomas the Tank Engine into Skyrim, fair enough. You want to do your weird, questionable mods, you know what they are, fair, you know? Just maybe don't tell people, because otherwise you'll get bullied, and realistically you probably should be bullied. But when you're doing paid mods, I feel like there's a certain level of expectance. Like, you're expecting it to fit into the game, you know? Like, I don't think a paid Thomas the Tank Engine mod would really make sense for Starfield. Now, that's just my opinion. Like, I think ultimately with a lot of this, some of the things I'm saying, like, it's all opinion piece. Some of it I would like to say is rooted in, like, in wanting the game to succeed and do well. Some of it, obviously, like, look, ultimately, if people want to, you know, want a paid mod that adds Thomas the Tank Engine to the game, who am I to stop them? Maybe make it lore friendly, though. Like, maybe he's a spaceship. What if Thomas the Tank Engine was a Starborn? There we go. There's so many possibilities. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You probably won't see much of me mentioning Gothos, because he's been collectively putting out a paid mod every fucking week. Holy shit, think of all the content he will have released by the time we get actual content for Starfield. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any run-ins with any other mod authors, like paid mod authors that have been doing sketchy stuff, either openly sketchy, like questionable paid mods, or like behind the scenes sketchy, hit me up in my Discord and let me know. and I will come after them like the mod avenger I am. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and catch you in the next one. Bye bye.